Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again here on a Tuesday night. It's Cyber Thunder Racing League Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. Tonight, coming at you live from Darlington Raceway. The lady in black, the track too tough to tame. And tonight is very special because, as you can see, just by looking at Stuyvesant's truck, it's throwback night as well. So a lot of different throwback paint schemes here tonight. We're going to go through and try to get camera time on all of them so everybody can show off these cool looking trucks here tonight. But tonight's race is sponsored by none other Corey Sherman over at Savage Edge Graphics. But tonight the race is called the Putting from the Rough 200. Tonight we are going to be doing, let's see here, 147 total laps. Stage 1 is going to be ending on lap 30. Stage 2 at the end of lap 78. Designation laps tonight are lap 25 and 73. So from 25 to 30, we get a caution. That will count as the stage. From 73 to 78, that will also count as the stage. Two ladies tonight, one on track. That is very true, Eric. I see you on chat. Thanks for tuning in. Amanda Sherman out on track tonight as well. She's going to be trying to fight the old lady in black and see if she can't get herself a win. Right now, you see the top times over at the left-hand portion of your screen. Cody Heisman is at the top with Greg Mitchell right behind him. The drivers we normally see up near the front of the field. But the big thing tonight is I am very excited to see these throwback paint schemes. One of the best things about Darlington is when they do throwback night and you get to see all the old school style paint schemes. We're looking at a couple right now with the 5 of Stephen Burnett. Not sure what he's throwing that back to. That's real old school, that one is. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, a little late start. It is time to jump down trackside for tonight's pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Josh is literally sitting at 99 subscribers, and I'd love to see him get over 100. Thanks to us shouting out his name and him providing us music here on TSP. But please go check it out. That's Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Qualifying is underway. Drivers have 5 minutes to complete 2 laps here, and a lot of trucks are out on the track right now as we speak. Taking a look at the number 99 of Derek Paulson. Derek Paulson completes his first lap at 29.25. Good enough for a provisional pole right now as it stands. Running a good old Jeff Burton throwback paint scheme, number 99 X-Side machine. Now, he's been running that for a couple of weeks. So he kind of lucked out. He didn't really have to go find a paint scheme for tonight, but that's a great throwback nonetheless. It's one of my favorites. Coming out of turn number 4 and across the line for Derek Paulson, though, back up to the top, 29.17. 29.17 for the 99 of Derek Paulson. Michael Murphy Jr. is out on track as well, the number 97. He's keeping it old school, and keeping the same pace scheme he's ran all season long. Out of turn number 4 on his second lap here for the 97 of Michael Murphy Jr. Crosses the line. He's going to jump up to 12th with that time of the 29.55. 29.55. Michael Murphy Jr. now down to 14th on the board. Philip Van Vliet, number 89, the Lone Dutchman, running a RC Cola machine, which, you know, I got to respect. Love me some RC Cola. Don't care what anybody says. The two big guys need some competition, and that's what RC's for. But Philip Van Vliet just finished up his qualifying run, 29.38. But we have a new quick time, 55 of Greg Mitchell, throwing it back to an AC Delco paint scheme for the number 55, but currently on provisional pole with a 29.11. 29.11 for Greg Mitchell. Rick Thompson, no throwback scheme there on the 76, as we just seen new quick time. Cody Heinzman, 29.08. So 29.08 for Cody Heinzman, provisional pole as they run. But we're taking a look at the 76 of Rick Thompson. First lap, 29.49, good enough for 17th. Right up against the outside wall, gonna pull it down, straighten out that corner, down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. We're kind of gonna do the same thing all night long. You're gonna enter about right there, almost down to the bottom of the dotted lines. Let the truck drift up the track a little bit, but Thompson actually keeps it down on the bottom there in 3 and 4. Coming across the line for his second lap. Thompson jumps up to P4, 29.15. Same with Corey Sherman. He jumped up to 3rd with his 29.13. Brian Dorsey out on track. Still looking for a sponsor for that truck. No throwback scheme tonight. See, Eric Anderson's out there, says, I was going to run Burton's AOL throwback, but Milton had other plans. Fair enough. Yeah, well, that's real old school. AOL, wow. Also see Eric's out there, says he's stuck down in Orlando riding out this next hurricane, so stay safe out there. It seems like me and Cody Heinzman were kind of thinking the same thing. Definitely stay safe down there. At least post in Discord, let everybody know that you're okay. I know it was supposed to at least reach a category 3 by the time it hit landfall down there, so stay safe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drivers are getting those trucks out on the grid, which, you know what that means. It's time to run through it. Here we go. Cody Heinzman starting on the pole here tonight with Greg Mitchell starting in 2nd. Corey Sherman back there in 3rd with Rick Thompson, who is outside in 4th. Starting 5th is Andrew Caldwell, to his outside Dustin Ping in the number 81. Derek Paulson's going to be starting in 7th with Logan Truitt starting 8th. Stephen Burnett in the 9th position with Scott Clemens Baker, Wildman 2.0 in 10th. Mike Stiverson in 11th with Matthew Semple, to his outside in 12th. Moving on down, we got Gary Bowman in the 13th with Ed Jurgen starting in 14th. Chris Airfield's going to be rolling on P15 with the Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet in 16th. Amanda Sherman going to be starting 17th with Brian Dorsey, to her outside in 18th. Ray Richard going to be starting 19th tonight with Reed Wyman in 20th, Chris D. Rose in 21st, and Michael Murphy Jr. in 22nd. Jason Dinsmore going to be starting 23rd with Tom Richter in 24th. Moving on down, Bradley Murphy is going to be starting in 25th, Casey Campbell in 26th, Doug Wysocki in 27th, Jay Morris 28th, Fred Thompson 29th, Dave Gainforth in 30th, Stephen Music in 31st, Casey Tomlinson in 32nd, and shotgun on the field tonight is Chris Letts in the 65. "147 laps, throwback night here at Darlington. The lady in black, the track too tough to tame. It's the Cyber Thunder Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series. Let's get it on at Darlington. Green flag is out. Field's gonna go barreling down into 1 and 2. Heinzman down on the bottom. We know the prefer. Oh, we got one loose already. One loose already. The 46 and the 99. They have to avoid it. And I think we're already having problems here near the back of the pack. Turn 1, lap 1, and we got a caution, ladies and gentlemen, and the 18 of Harefield is around. Couldn't really get a good camera angle right there. Not sure exactly what happened. Let's go back and take a look. So I think it all starts maybe around Harefield. Let's get this queued up for you. Yeah, he gets big time loose, gets down on the apron, goes around. And it's showing a couple other drivers. Oh, the 52 down there, he gets a piece of the inside wall. Who is that? That is Casey Tomlinson. What happened to Casey? Maybe just hard on the brakes, trying to avoid it. Great throwback. It's kind of a shame that he got some damage early, only because he's running the Pepsi machine. Him and Philip Van Vliet could kind of go head to head on who's going to win tonight with the cola machines. Got Pepsi backwards on the rear there, though. So that's what happened there. It's showing Jay Morris got a piece of this as well. Oh, he got hit by Fred Thompson, it looks like. Yeah, because Fred and Jay both got a 4X right there. So little bump. I don't think it hurt either one of them. Looks like Jay's running a Skull throwback paint scheme. That's a nice car. Truck. That puts us under caution for the first time here tonight at Darlington. And that's the thing. Tires not up to temperature just yet. Drivers are going to be loose. Nerves out there tonight. That's 100%. And not only that, what happens is most of the time, everybody, if you've watched this track in real life, they used to do it all the time. I'm not so sure with the Cup cars now. The Xfinity cars still do it. You go down into turn 1 and you basically clip that apron where the track transitions, right? From the apron up to the banking. Basically those dotted lines right there, you clip that apron and it helps set the truck up for the corner. That's when you start to go up the racetrack to the outside wall and you do a real long diamond in 1 and 2, basically. Clip that apron, float it up to the outside wall, pull it back down, and basically almost clip the apron again coming off the corner. And that's pretty much a solid line in 1 and 2. And what happened right there was it looks like the 18 of Harefield just got the apron, got a little out of shape. And I tell you what, everybody did a good job to avoid them. Very narrow track, Darlington. Only can maybe fit 2 trucks, let alone 3. So nothing major. Quick caution here. Doesn't look like anybody came down pit road. Now, you could have used this as an advantage because we're looking tonight at a fuel run of about 38 to maybe 41, 37 to 41, somewhere around there, on fuel. You know, you've done 4 laps. You have the chance to save under caution, right? But come down, top off, but you also don't want to be back in the Hornet's Nest. Darlington's a very, very tough track to pass at. So do you want the track position or do you want the advantage later in the race? Pace car pulls back off. Field in the hands of Cody Heinzman in the 28. He elected to take the top side on this restart. Green flag is back out. And real quick, while these drivers go ahead and get up the full song here, bring them up. We got 3 in-car cameras tonight. Heinzman down there on the left, Rick Thompson in the middle, and Stuyvesant on the right. And what's cool about Stuyvesant's camera, ladies and gentlemen, we can kind of see what he's seeing. And I can even go ahead and pull him up on camera right here because he's got a great throwback paint scheme. That number 20, the old school Tony Stewart with the T-Rex on it. I think it was Bobby Labonte and Tony Stewart who ran Jurassic Park cars back in the day. Nothing tops the Jeff Gordon one, I'm just saying. Those are the drivers we have on in-car camera here tonight. Last time by, Cody Heinzman set the fastest lap of the race thus far, 31:24. Starting to gap Greg Mitchell just a little bit. And something interesting I'm seeing here in turns 3 and 4 is not many trucks electing to go up to that outside wall. I thought we'd be seeing a little bit more of an arc, you could say, or a diamond in 3 and 4, but everybody going up to the outside wall here in 1 and 2. As they run right now, it is Heinzman, Mitchell, Sherman, Thompson, and Truett, your top 5. Last time by, Heinzman set the fastest lap again at 29:22. So Heinzman started on the pole and continues to lead the way. Back there, we got Dustin Ping. He's side by side with number 98 of Truett. Truett gets big time out of shape. Looks like he might have got the wall. So he's got a Darlington stripe, and that is normal, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be happening all night long. As Eric Anderson said out in chat, rhythm. It's going to take a few laps for you to get into that rhythm here at this track. But once you do, you just got to really be patient here at this track to make a pass. Because your rhythm is going to be way different than somebody else's. Heinzman extending that gap into second place now by about a second. Greg Mitchell's here in second right now. He's got Corey Sherman right behind him. Sherman kind of content hanging on to third right now. Again, everybody give Corey Sherman a shout out for sponsoring tonight's race. The Putting from the Rough 200. Everybody pretty much single filed out right now. And that's the biggest thing we're going to be seeing all night long is everybody wants that dominant line here. Eric's out there. He says, ticker looks great, simple and clear. It's kind of why we went back to the 1080p format there, Eric. It's really a personal preference on what people like, whether you guys want the top or the side ticker. We can do both now. So it's really whatever the fans want, what the drivers want. I use the top one when I'm in 1080p because I feel it shows more of the race. Looks like Pigs try to make a move on tops and thought about it, thought better of it, slots back in line. Battle for the 4th position. All right, so we're seeing a majority consensus out in chat that says the top ticker's the way to go. We'll keep it. We'll keep it. If anybody, we'll see how good your NASCAR broadcast knowledge is. Can anybody tell me when or what network, I guess, that this ticker was based off of? Because it is based off of one, an old school one. Play a little game with the chat. Cody Heinzman still leads now. Gap to Corey Sherman, 1.5 seconds. Sherman made his way around Mitchell. TNN. TNN is, yes, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't make it. I know who did make it. But we were looking at old tickers and we were picking from ones we liked, and I'm pretty sure it's TNN. It is an old school one. That's all I know. Corey Sherman found his way around Mitchell. Mitchell kind of falling back just a little bit, but could be by design. Remember, they can only go about 40 laps or so. So I say 37 to about 41. Remember, stage one's going to end on lap 30. We're already 16 laps into tonight's race. So halfway through stage number one, I think this stage is basically going to be what we're seeing. It's just going to be a lot of patience, a lot of figuring out who's faster at what end of the racetrack, etc. Trying to go through and see these throwback schemes. Got the 46 of Andrew Caldwell. Got that Days of Thunder City Chevrolet paint scheme. Always a classic. The thing with the Days of Thunder schemes is you very rarely see somebody run the 46 Superflow from Days of Thunder. You know, everybody loves the City Chevrolet paint scheme. I agree. But I'd love to see a Superflow paint scheme out there one day in a throwback race. I think that'd be a good throwback. So again, not a whole lot going on right now as everybody's pretty much single filed out and really spread out right now as we take a look at the pit lane camera here, the end of pit lane. Driver's getting really close to that outside wall. Lap 19 of 147, still a long way to go. Heinzman 1.6 over Corey Sherman, who runs second. Remember, Sherman took home a win last week at Kansas, locked himself into the playoffs after an upset up near the front of the field. He's running a Dale Earnhardt, that old school silver car that he ran. Corey Sherman always coming through with some pretty awesome number 3 paint schemes. Got race chatter on the deck lid of that truck, which is really cool. Keep in mind, everybody, make sure you tune in on Sundays at noon for race chatter. Really good podcast that Corey and Tanner started here on TrueSim Productions. They talk about all the races that they either race or have broadcast throughout the week, and do highlight videos of it and show kind of, you know, some pretty wild accidents that happen, and it's a good show. So check it out this Sunday. Taking a look back here at 10th, you got Andrew Caldwell, Stephen Burnett, Mike Stiverson. Right behind them, you got Matthew Semple. Looks like Philip Van Vliet. 92 of Ed Jurgen and Gary Bowman all running in a train. See Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, is going to look to the inside of the 16, but not able to get the power down. That's going to allow Jurgen to jump to the outside. Looks like Jurgen, he did a really good job on, oh, they're going to make contact, and Jurgen's going to go around. We are not in the stage designation window, so that does not end the stage. Let's go back and see what happened. So we barely caught it there as it was happening. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Jurgen just kind of goes up into the wall here. Yeah, he does. Gets into the wall, comes back off, it goes around. Here's the biggest thing. Gotta hold them brakes. You gotta hold them brakes. Gets a little loose right there on the entry. Bounces off the wall, comes down into Philip Van Vliet. I think if he would have locked it down and maybe tried to keep the truck a little straighter, he probably wouldn't have got that rear end damage. One more time. So do we have drivers come down pit road? I highly doubt it. I would, just because I like to change it up a little bit. But if you want to win the race, you ain't coming down pit road. Do have a few drivers on pit road. Obviously, the couple that were involved with that. Jurgen, got Fred Thompson on pit road, Christy Rose, Casey Campbell, and Jay Morris and Chris Letts. All those guys came down pit road. So Eric's out there. He says, I do think the vertical ticker works better for fans following drivers who don't run up front consistently. Makes up for lower screen time, easier to follow their progress. So I agree with you. And I want to point out about the side ticker real quick. So I can do a split. As you see, the ticker just split, and it will cycle through the drivers from 11th on back. The only problem that I have, and this is just being completely honest with the audience, is I have a flag system set up on this side ticker to where when a caution comes out, the green comes out, the white comes out, it makes that whole ticker that color, and it kind of waves like a flag, right? If I have it set on split, when it's split like this and a caution comes out, it only shows up on half of the ticker, and it kind of looks bad. So that's kind of why I never really ran the split on the tower versus the actual top ticker. Just to give a little clarity to the audience. It's not that I don't want to run it split, and I totally want people to know where their driver's at. So if we can roll, we're just going to roll with the top ticker for the rest of the season, I think. Mainly for what you said, you know. All right, we're going to double file them back up, re-rack them, restack them, as I like to call it. Looks like Heinzman's going to be taking the inside lane on this restart. So he's got him and Corey Sherman right there. They're teammates up on the front row. So I'm not sure if they run TNA here or not. They should just be on the new team that just got announced, TSP Motorsports. Heinzman's kind of bringing out my bias a little bit. I am by no means a Dodge fan, ladies and gentlemen, but that Mopar paint scheme is one of the best paint schemes ever made. Just saying. Here we go. Field double file once again out of turn number 4. Heinzman on the inside, Corey Sherman on the outside. Green flag back out in the air. So that could have been by design, because now Corey Sherman's going to have the preferred line going into 1 and 2. Mitchell almost had him cleared. He kind of runs him up the track a little bit. Corey gets in the wall just a hair coming off the corner. How about it for Mitchell? He knows that that line's not preferred going into 1 and 2 on a restart, but he made it work. So it looked like Corey may have gotten a Darlington stripe right there last time by, but has some momentum on the high side. He's probably going to get him right here. Can't enter like he wants to, though. Goes off the track, gets in the wall. Mitchell's going to turn him. Corey's going to save it. Dawson's going to go around. Mitchell's going to go around. Big wreck here coming off turn number 2. big wreck coming off too. Oh my God, hit the brakes. Oh my God. So how many people want to get involved with this one? That was a great camera angle. I didn't have to switch nothing. Good Lord. What? What happened? Oh my God. I'm just looking at my, yeah, rip F in chat for half the field. All right. Tailgates flying everywhere. Antonio says F in chat. Yeah, F to pay your respects. All right, let's see what happened. So I'm going to back it up just a little bit. We're back here on Derek Paulson, but we really should be right here with Corey Sherman. So the thing I was saying right before this happened is they went in side by side. Now, I think it's a little early for that, only because we all know if you got the momentum on the high side, the inside car should normally back out of it, you know, but, you know, they're racing hard, which there's nothing wrong with racing hard. That's not what I'm getting at. But we go back to the chopper camera here. Let's see. So he goes into the corner. He kind of drifts up, gets into the wall a little bit, but then Mitchell gets into the left rear. Eric comes in, gets into that. They almost had it saved, but then it is just the death and destruction after that. Yeah, like, this is what I'm saying. You know what? We'll just get a piece of that. Jurgen stopped. Good job for Jurgen. It is a parking lot. My goodness. Amanda even got a piece of that. She definitely broke the left front wheel. Oh my goodness. Let's watch it again from this angle. Just, yeah, I mean, a lot of guys were really hard on the brakes, which is why they did go around, in all fairness. I just noticed that the Richter's actually running the other Jurassic Park truck. That's pretty cool. But involved with that one, ladies and gentlemen, Derek Paulson, Corey Sherman, Rick Thompson, Scott Clemens Baker, Greg Mitchell, Logan Truitt, Dustin Pang, Jason Dinsmore, Ray Richard, Tom Richter, Brian Dorsey, Casey Campbell, Fred Thompson, Stephen Burnett, Philip Van Vliet, Mike Stiverson, Douglas Wysocki, Amanda Sherman, Ed Jurgen, Bradley Murphy, Dave Gainforth, and Jay Norris. That's everybody who was involved with that one. Wow. I'll tell you what, that'll probably be on Race Chatter this week. The track too tough to tame. The Lady in Black just claimed about 15 victims with that one. She has no chill tonight, apparently. Well, that changes things up at the front. Kind of. I mean, Heinzman's still leading, but you got Dustin Peng up there. Clemens Baker's up there. Truitt. Got Burnett. Caldwell. Semple. Hopefully those drivers can go down pit road and get their trucks fixed up. Corey Sherman, Rick Thompson still on pit road. Same with Amanda Sherman. Here we go. Heinzman on the inside once again. Down to the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air. That did end the stage, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So give the stage win to Cody Heinzman. Which does remind me, why don't we go ahead and do the old classic Rooney Dooney? Well, let's crank it up. Auto Club's cranking up was better. These guys got spaced out really quick here. Battle for the race lead going on right now. Ping right all over the back bumper of Heinzman. While we were looking at the wreck, I do want to point out that everybody did come down pit road on lap 29 or 30. 4 fresh Goodyear tires, full tank of fuel, so should be able to make it to the end of the second stage if they play their cards right. I think Ping just got a little Darlington stripe himself right there. Back here looking at Logan Truitt. Battle for second, if you want to call it that. He's got about 2.1 seconds to the back bumper of Ping. So pretty much everybody in the top, let's say 13, 15-ish, have all pit at least one time. Only a couple of drivers coming down pit road twice. Obviously, the drivers who got the damage are going to be on pit road a couple of times. Speaking of which, the drivers who did get damaged, Corey Sherman's still on pit road. Amanda Sherman's back out and racing, though. Good for her to come back out and try and salvage tonight. Running an old paint scheme. That's a Darrell Walter paint scheme, if I'm not mistaken. Love the TSP on the back of the truck, though. She's actually under threat of going one more lap down. Currently, it looks like she's about, I want to say 7 laps down right now. And Ping is giving Heinzman a run for his money. I tell you what we can do. Let's go on board with Heinzman. Bring up his in-car. Kind of see what he's doing around Darlington. See how he works the throttle. See how he runs this track. definitely loose. Trying to work his way around the lap traffic, doing a really good job of it. But it is very interesting to see these guys not be up against the wall in 3 and 4. Making his way around Casey Campbell. It's a lap around Darlington on board with Heinzman. He's called the catch-up man in other leagues. Bradley Murphy. Now he runs his paint scheme all the time back here in 13th. But it's still a great scheme nonetheless. Clint Boyer, 07 Jack Daniels machine. Like I said, everybody pretty much single filed out right now. Making passes at this track is probably one of the toughest tracks to do it at, just because of the way the line is set up. You're pretty much around the outside wall most of the way around. So it looks like Heinzman just put Fred Thompson another lap down. Oh, Thompson, problems for the 78. He hangs on to it. I don't know if he got the inside wall or not. Let's go back and see what happened to Fred. Does he save it? Oh, no, cranks the inside wall hard. No caution. Heavy damage to the left front of that number 78 machine. He's going to try and limp it back to pit road. Race control not throwing a caution. And I do want to point out there's not actually a race control. It's iRacing who throws the cautions, but, you know, it sounds better. All right, chat, let's be cordial out there. He has every right to make a point. Frustrations can run high, especially when you get taken out early in a race. All you can say, he says the ARCA braking in this league is off the charts. Pretty much any league you go to, that's going to have that. For some reason, people's first reaction when they see a car spinning is to Days of Thunder it and try and just mat the throttle and go through it, and that's just not how it works. So yes, Eric, it is. All right, you know what? Let's go through the field. Cody Heinzman leading the way right now for the putting from the rough 200. He's been out front pretty much since the green flag dropped. Dustin Ping right here running second, has lost some ground to the number 28. He was fighting him pretty hard, could have burned off those tires. We know he got the wall a little bit, maybe affecting the handling of that truck. Go back to Logan Truett, had a little moment earlier in the race. He has a Darlington stripe as well, however, hanging on tough here in third. Wildman 2.0, Scott Clemens Baker in the 42. That's actually a pretty cool throwback scheme. I like that one. It's running back here in fourth, as he gets himself a Darlington stripe. We go back to fifth place, sorry. Stephen Burnett in the number 5. Andrew Caldwell had a moment earlier on in the race, but keeping the thing straight now. Got a little Darlington stripe as well, but hanging on out there in the 6th position. Matthew Semple tried to go back-to-back wins after having a great performance at Texas. Great fuel strategy. got himself the win there. Almost got him another one at Kansas. Now running in the top 10 here at Darlington. Gary Bowman right behind him. That's a pretty cool throwback scheme. Looks like it's kind of going back to the, if I had to take a guess, I believe it's the Ricky Rudd number 28. It's not the Jamie McMurray version. I know that. That's one of my favorite Haviline paint schemes. But the Ricky Rudd throwback on Gary Bowman, who's running in 8th. Reed Wyman in the 08. He's back here in 9th position. He's got Tom Richter right behind him. Now, we pointed it out earlier. Richter running the opposite paint scheme to Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant has the Tony Stewart version, whereas Richter's running the Bobby Labonte Jurassic Park throwback, which is, I like the green one. I'm not gonna say it's got the Raptor on it. You can't go wrong with T-Rex, but you know. Greg Mitchell, after getting involved with that big one with Corey Sherman, has fallen back to 11th position, trying to just fight his way back up through the field. Jason Dinsmore is right behind him, running in 12th. Ryan Dorsey. Still need a sponsor, Dorsey. He's got some damage on the front of that truck. Hanging on tough back here in 13th. Bradley Murphy in the Clinton Boyer throwback scheme. Running 14th position, having a pretty good night. Truck looks clean. I know we got fans out in the chat for him. Let's hear your appreciation for old Michael Murphy Jr. running in the 15th position, number 97. Chris Letts in the 65. Back here in 16th position. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Christy Rose, number 24. Looks like, I want to say that's a Jeff Gordon throwback. I believe Jeff Gordon ran the silver flames like that. Or it could be a William Byron kind of concept throwback, whatever. Right behind him, we got Rick Thompson in 18th. Thompson was also involved in that big one. Really heavy damage to the left front of that truck. The RC Cola machine of Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, back here in 19th. Ed Jurgen, who has some significant damage to the left front. Man, you gotta change that. Man, change that picture, Ed. What are you doing? Peter Griffin as your friggin' driver picture. Come on. Casey Campbell in 21st. Then 22nd is Chris Harefield. He's on pit road. He's been on pit road for a couple of laps now. Hopefully everything's good with him. I think Jay Morris, yeah, Jay Morris on the hauler. Amanda Sherman back out on track. She's 24th. So if she can continue going here for a couple more laps, she'll gain 23rd and 22nd on Jay Morris and Chris Harefield. Stuyvesant. I know Stuyvesant might have been involved with that accident, but the truck looks pretty solid. He's back here in 25th position. Dave Gainforth in 26th. Let's take a look at that paint scheme. What's it got? Is that a zebra? What is that? Is that a zebra gum paint scheme? I don't know if I would run that paint scheme. That thing ain't gonna last that long at all. I hope I'm not the only one who knows that, understands that reference. But it is. It's that, yeah, the fruit stripe gum with the yes. Yeah. Problems for Steven Music. I don't know if something may have just happened to him as we're going through the field here. Yeah, let's see what happened to Music. Oh, gets loose out of 4. Oh, heavy contact with the inside wall. And the thing is that he's so far down on the apron, no caution gonna fly for that one. So big problems for Music. Corey Sherman, who thought he was probably gonna be trying to go back-to-back. Can still happen, maybe. Nah, he's about 10, 11 laps out, and it's over for Corey. Just trying to salvage his night. Truck looks okay though, so it looks like he got everything fixed. Best gum ever for 15 seconds, yes. Now see, if it only lasts 15 seconds, you think he'd run that at like Bristol, right? Music on pit road. Tomlinson on pit road. Unfortunately, the Pepsi truck not going to be able to go head-to-head with RC Cola machine. We got Richter and Mitchell on pit road right now as well, I want to point out. Problems for Fred Thompson again back in 31st. Doug Wysocki, the 74. 30th. Ray Richer on the hauler, and Derek Paulson, after being involved with that first accident, also on the hauler for the evening. That's through the field, ladies and gentlemen. As Heinzman just continues to put on a tear. We had no lead changes that whole time. The only thing that happened is it looks like Dustin Payne came down pit road. He's on pit road right now, so I don't know if that's by design. Let's see here. Everybody pit on lap 29. So we've gone about 35, 36 laps on his tank of gas. We're going to lap 78, so we are going to see green flag pit stops. Well, Sala, it's terrible gum, but it's the best gum ever for at least 3 chews. The zebra gum is the gum that you will chew and you'll get through the whole pack without losing the pack. I think Heinzman might have gotten a little stripe there on entry that time. Saw a few sparks, might have got it right there too. He's getting really close to that outside wall. Andrew Caldwell is on pit road, the 46 machine. Stephen Burnett also on pit road. Now Heinzman, I think he's kind of playing the right strategy right now. What's going to happen is I think Ping might jump him because Ping's out there ripping right now on fresh tires, right? But Heinzman's still got a pit, so Ping will probably take over the race lead once the cycle goes through. However, Heinzman's going to have the better tires on the long end of that. Unless it's fuel-only stops, which it looks like Dustin Ping did a fuel-only stop, so that's also a possibility. Now that I'm thinking about it, you probably don't even want to come down and take tires. Unless you come down and you take tires now, because a lot of drivers are probably going to take tires under the caution, right? So if you come down and take tires now, you could essentially get your track position back just by taking a fuel-only stop here, or taking tires here and then taking fuel-only stop once the caution comes out for the stage. Heinzman just toying with the field. I don't think he had competition there at the very beginning, and not only that, I mean, Ping is fast, so Ping was there and making it tough on him. Even Truett up there right now, but the big competition, I mean, the other drivers that were fast tonight, I mean, we're talking about Corey Sherman, Greg Mitchell, those guys up there, even Derek Paulson, they all had problems. Cody Heinzman just kind of luck of the draw here tonight. I'm also not seeing Cardulo on the list of drivers tonight, so I don't know if that was supposed to happen, if he was supposed to miss this race this week. I can't keep up with everybody. So I hope everything's good with Cardulo. Well, Eric, you're down in Florida. What have you been told? I have been seeing stuff that it's going to be a Cat 6 when it hits land, a Cat 5, a Cat 3. I need to know. Unfortunately, Cardulo got a new job, might not be back. Well, you know what? I know we all take this seriously and it's really good fun, but obviously real life comes first. So I will say, if Cardullo, if you're watching this back, congratulations on the new job, and I hope you're happy with it. Tony Heisman finally brings it down pit road, and I tell you what, the other driver who is taking that strategy with him is Semple. Now, we've seen Semple do this at Texas. Got to keep an eye on this 16. I call him Mr. Quiet for a reason, because if I'm not mistaken, I think I just heard him saving fuel. Is he trying to go win the stage? Let's ride along and listen. Mr. Quiet trying the fuel strategy once again. I can't call you Captain Save Fuel, Matt, because we already got one of those. Now, he took over the race lead, but he's really having to clutch it, trying to save as much fuel as possible. I think he's trying to just get to the end of the stage. Heisman did come back out second as they run right now. Not sure what happened to Ping. Maybe he just kind of got... Oh, okay, I know what happened. Ping took fuel only, and everybody else took tires, so that's why he's going backwards. That makes sense. Semple has a 3-second gap over Heisman right now as they run, as Heisman works his way around Amanda Sherman. Gonna be terrible for the coast. Okay, wanted to hear it from somebody who's actually down there, because, you know, Facebook and social media, it's just blowing it way out of proportion. I know it's gonna be bad, and my heart goes out to the people down there, but, you know, come on. Why do we gotta lie about natural disasters? Heisman making a move on Semple here. Semple, now realistically, he's gonna get good points for the stage, right? He doesn't necessarily have to win the stage, but I mean, if he finishes second, he's in great shape. He hasn't taken tires yet. Only a couple more laps if he can make it. So I kind of want to keep an eye on this 16 truck. I like the strategy. Mr. Quiet out here. Man, that's wild. Yeah, I've lived in a camper too. Not because of a hurricane, but... Clemens Baker's there. He's going to try and make a pass for second. They're going to be able to do it easily. But that puts Semple in a third. Still good track position. How about Greg Mitchell? Mitchell's found his way back up to fourth. He's going to go blowing past the 16. Ooh, Semple just got Darling stripe right there. So lap 77 coming to take it right now. One more lap to the end of stage number 2. Semple just continues to go backwards. He's about to lose another spot here to Bowman. But man, if he can make it, I think he's out of gas. I hope I didn't jinx him. I think he's out of fuel. The 16 out of fuel. Out of fuel, yep. You hear it sputtering. He's trying to clutch it and get to pit road. He tried it. It was a good shot, but just did not work, and now going to lose tons of track position. Remember, the 10th place car has to cross the start-finish line before the caution comes out. And that's Reed Wyman as they run. There it is. Caution flag is out. Give stage number 2 to Heisman. So far swept the stages. We're gonna have to see if he can't sweep the race. For you Michael Murphy Jr. fans out there, he's the first car one lap down, so lucky dog to the number 97. lap 80 of 147. This race is actually kind of going by rather quickly. I'm kind of surprised. Not too many laps to go here. We got what? 79 laps to go. We're already 68 laps in. Flying by tonight here, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and check out these pit stops, see what these drivers do. Now, Heinzman was a driver who he did the fuel only on the last stop, and now he's going to come down and get 4 fresh tires. So he's going to have better tires than Clemens Baker, Greg Mitchell, Burnett, Caldwell, Bowman, all those guys. Truett actually took fuel only, so Truett on the same strategy. Same with Ping. So if they can do about 40 laps on fuel, we're looking at about lap 120 for the final pit stop, right around in there. The 4 tires and fuel for pretty much everybody in the top 10 as they come around and catch the pace car once again. We're going to go ahead and jump to a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
What's up, everybody? We're taking a break in this exciting race to tell you a little bit about Savage Edge. You can go to our link here, www.savageedge.com, or our Facebook here. So we're about to tell you a little bit what Savage Edge does. Have you ever wanted to put your face on a t-shirt or maybe your iRacing car? Well, we can do that for you at Savage Edge. Take a look at our direct-to-garment printer. Did you just get excited about what you can see on a t-shirt? Well, we got more for you. What about embroidered hats? Everybody loves a good hat. Look at this. We also do beanies that double as kitten holders. There's also so much more we can do here at Savage Edge. Vinyl graphics, coffee mugs, koozies. We basically can put your name on anything. So go to savageedge.com and check out our Facebook. Now back to the race.
Savage Edge Graphics, ladies and gentlemen. Corey Sherman, hit them up on Facebook. Go to their website, get a couple of t-shirts. It's hoodie season, and it's almost those kitten holder season, so make sure you keep your kittens nice and warm and grab yourself a kitten holder. Re-rack, 3-stack, gonna fire them off once again. Cody Heinzman electing the inside lane. Fires them off, we're back underway. We got 83 laps remaining, or I'm sorry, 64 laps to go. Read the wrong number. Heinzman gets out front pretty easily. He's got Clemens Baker right behind him. Get an aerial shot as you see everybody kind of trying to single file out as quick as they can. So it looks like the last time everybody came down pit road, everybody took tires, which is kind of an interesting thing to me. the drivers would split that, or not necessarily split that stage, but they came down, got fuel, got tires during the green flag run, and then come down under caution and get tires. I mean, I think they have enough that they're able to do that, but I always like to keep a set in the back pocket. I heard somebody get the wall. This caution's gonna fly once again. I think might have been Brian Dorsey. Let's go back and take a look. Looks like he was kind of fighting Semple there. Just got loose. Got loose and came back up the track. And I know we saw earlier that a driver went down to the inside, wrecked, and caution didn't come out. But you see Dorsey drifts all the way back up onto the racing surface, and when Casey Campbell passed him, that's what triggered the iRacing caution. So bad luck for the number 9 of Dorsey. The whole track's slick. Especially after the last update to Darlington. Maybe not the last one, but it was a while ago. They did an update to the Darlington track, and it was, whew, like driving on ice. Real quick, while we are under caution, points, got to talk about them a little bit. That's as of, if we were to go to Milwaukee next week, that's your top 10. Only 4 spots to claim right now. Yeah, 4 spots to claim. All of our in-car camera drivers are still hanging in there. Heinzman, Thompson, Stuyvesant. Stuyvesant's got the wheel I want. I'm kind of jealous. Not so much the monitor setup, just the wheel. I do what Rick does. I got the VR. VR's the way to go if you're iRacing. Personal preference. So, Eric, I will say, when it comes to VR with the motion sickness, I had it really, really bad too. When I first got VR, I could maybe stay 20 minutes in the thing before I got kind of, you know, queasy. That goes away. You have to just keep putting it on, doing it for a little bit, putting it on, doing it for a little bit longer. Eventually that goes away. Because like I said, I used to not be able to do it for more than 20 minutes, and now I do endurance races in it. It's like it doesn't even faze me. I'm not gonna lie though, that has crossed my mind sometimes with the VR on, you know, and like somebody just comes in and just like blasts you in the head or something. You know, like it's out of nowhere. You had no idea what hit you. No, it's not a bother. I will admit though, like if I were to do a race like I did last night, the door does get locked. going to be 57 laps to go when we take the green flag. Heinzman electing to take the inside lane once again. Only took the top side once. Green flag is back out. We're racing once again. 57 laps to go. Heisman gets a really good jump out to the lead once again. Scott Clemens Baker right behind him. Stephen Burnett in third. Peng all the way down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Not sure if he got loose or if he made that move on purpose, but Peng trying to make some ground up right here. Gets around Truett. That's for sixth. See, Richter's actually battling Bowman right there. Battle for the 8th position. Richter slides up in front of him, gets a little loose. Hangs on to it, though. Good job hanging on to it. Back up front, Cody Heinzman now out to almost a half a second lead. Now you see Clemens Baker, Wildman 2.0 back there, kind of running a little bit higher than Heinzman is in 3 and 4. And I think it's going to be really difficult for this 42 to catch him right now, because I mean, Heinzman's got the clean air. He's been running the same line all night long, and it's been working for him. So last time by, even they had pretty identical lap times, 29.17 to a 29.18. So that middle groove is working for the 42, but you're going to burn your tires up a little more up there than you would if you ran that bottom groove that Heinzman's running in 3 and 4. I saw Mitchell, he kind of pulled a slide job on Caldwell right now, trying to get back up in the top 3. And after being involved in that one big wreck, it's good to see the 55 back up near the front. All the way down at the bottom at one point in time, now back up into 4th. And that's kind of a prime example, right, ladies and gentlemen? Just, you see a lot of guys in other leagues, they'll get involved in a wreck early and then they'll just leave, right? You never give up, especially if you're points racing, trying to take home that title. You can't ever give up. I did a race last night. I ended up being involved in a really big wreck. They had fast repairs, got that fast repair. I went 3 laps down, and I tell you what, I was back in 30th position. Ended up coming back up to 14th on the lead lap and getting a good finish. You never give up with this stuff. Heinzman now has a second lead over Scott Clemens Baker. Currently 13 cars on the lead lap. Last one on the lead lap is Semple, which is good to see considering we know he ran out of fuel right before the end of stage number 2. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. 49 laps to go here at Darlington. Now remember, I said that they were going to be making that last green flag pit stop around 120. Somewhere around there. Not exactly at 120, but I think we're going to start seeing drivers come down pit road around then. Like I said, Matthew Semple last car in the lead lap. Rick Thompson is the first car one lap down in 14th. So we get another caution. Rick Thompson right back in this thing. Oh, I know you did. I know you did, Eric. Park Dakota. Yeah, I know. I gave you crap for it on the broadcast. I used to be like that. When I first got on iRacing, I would quit. You just can't do it. Just can't do it. You gotta tough through it, man, even at the tracks you don't like. Battle for fourth. Ping and Mitchell. Ping's looked to the inside a couple of times, just can't seem to get the power down and make that pass happen. He gets really good runs on the 55. And he's been to the, like I said, side by side with him a couple times. Lots of run here he gets. Down to the inside of Greg Mitchell. Dustin Ping going for fourth. He's going to slide job the 55. Great move out of Dustin Ping. Heinzman 1.4 seconds over Scott Clemens Baker. I tell you what, though, if I'm looking at lap times, Burnett and Baker running pretty identical lap times right now, and Heinzman's about a full 10th faster than both of them almost every lap. Logan Truitt now making his way around Mitchell. Battle for fifth. Something going on with Mitchell. Maybe the truck just not handling the way it should. See Mitchell, he let the 98 go right there. Like I said, that's kind of how it works in 1 and 2. If one driver has a better advantage on you, you tend to just back out and let them have it and try and regroup and fire back at them in the next set of corners. Yeah, as Eric's out in chat, says 55 must have issues. Something's going on with the 55. 4 fresh tires on his last stop. Something definitely going on. Maybe burn him up just trying to get to the front. Heinzman's on a tear right now. 2.2 seconds over Scott Clemens Baker. I know I don't have the link posted, ladies and gentlemen, but if you could, I mean, they're still having issues down there in the south from the last hurricane. Make sure y'all give $5 or something, help them out. I have my whole time, last time I was out on the road driving, at a lot of the truck stops, they have a questionnaire, not a little questionnaire, but a little thing there. Do you want to donate to FEMA? Round up your purchase and donate to FEMA. I did it every time, just trying to help out. I feel bad for those people. The government is not helping, so just make sure you give a donation to the Red Cross and help those people out, especially with another one coming through Florida here shortly. And if you're down in Florida, be safe and please let people know that you're okay once it rolls through. Laps to go. Clemens Baker trying to get around the lap car of Jurgen. How about this, man? Dustin Ping. Ping's making some moves. Got around Mitchell, got around Truitt and Burnett. Burnett is starting to fall back. I think Burnett maybe have burned his stuff up because he's under pressure right now of Mitchell. They work their way around the lap car of Ed Jurgen. Yeah, Eric Anderson, until I went through it, I had no idea how bad it is. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I'm sure with no power. Mitchell trying to work his way around Burnett. He's probably going to have a good run here. Did he do anything with it? Looks to the outside. Michael Murphy Jr. Well, I tell you what, let's go see what happened to Michael Murphy Jr. Real slow on the backstretch. Gets up into the wall. Rick Thompson nowhere to go. Something horribly wrong with the 97. What happened here? Gets up into the outside wall right here. Oh, he broke the right front. So he goes up into the corner, bangs off the wall, gets real loose, saves it, overcorrects into the outside wall. Big damage. And then when he's going down the backstretch, just slow. He's slow because he's got a wheel broken or something. Probably not able to turn. As you see, he goes back up into the wall. And Rick Thompson got a piece of it with nowhere to go. It's your Michael Murphy Jr. update. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might have just let the motor expire on pit road as well. Michael Murphy Jr. out of this one. It is very easy for it to happen here. Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Tuesday night for the throwback night. Putting from the Rough 200 here at Darlington Raceway for the Tuesday Night Thunder Truck Series from Cyber Thunder Racing League. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Tell your friends about it. We're pushing for 1,000 subscribers here. We're at 700 and a little over 700 now, so be sure to tell everybody about us. And if somebody is feeling generous, please, for the love of God, go over to Mullet Music Productions and get Josh to 100. Help me out, help him out. You know what I mean? Eric's the man. I tell you what, greatly appreciate that. And he will too. I'm going to message him after the race is over and let him know. Don't be afraid to listen to his stuff too. He's who I write with. We're working on an EP right now, actually. You guys hear it every week now. One of our first songs, we're working on lyrics and getting that completely finalized for that song. But yeah, the song you guys hear at the beginning of the broadcast now, that is us. So, oh, awesome. Thanks, Eric. I greatly appreciate that. 31 laps to go, and I mean, Cody Heisman is gone. Pro Tools guru. He uses Pro Tools. I use Cubase. He's from Nebraska. I'm in Pennsylvania, so we kind of have to write together online, which is, it's fun. It's interesting. It's a pain. I will say that. How about this though? We were just talking about Greg Mitchell thinking he might have had a problem. I think it was all by design because he's now up to second. We weren't really watching him. We were kind of watching Heisman just pull away. 7.5 seconds is the gap from first to second right now. Want to give a shout out to the 73 of Campbell. Well, let's give you a Casey Campbell update. Where is Casey Campbell running? Casey Campbell, number 73, 19th position, couple of laps down. It's like about, say, 4. Hanging tough though. Truck looks good, sticking it out, and that's what I mean, ladies and gentlemen. You may not be the fastest out there, but here we go. What did I say? We're on lap 119. So I said at 120 we're going to start seeing pit stops. Heinzman is going to be the first to bring it down. He had such a huge gap that does not surprise me in the slightest. Yeah, Richter's having a good race as well. You're right. Biggest mover so far tonight. 17 positions gained in 7th. Having a really good run in that 34 truck. Now Mitchell stayed out. When does Mitchell bring it down pit road? Because if Heinzman's taking tires, which more than likely is, 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13, 14, 14.65 on the pit stop for Heinzman. So 4 fresh tires, full tank of go-go juice. He's down and away. He's going to be moving. He's going to be flying. So Mitchell can't stay out too long. I think he's trying, no, maybe not trying to come down this time. Letting the 24 go by. Laps to go, and more pit stops are happening as Gary Bowman, Andrew Caldwell, Scott Clemens-Baker, and Tom Richter all on pit road. Richter's actually down and away, so Heinzman started this trend. See him all over the back of the Fruit Stripes gum machine. 101. Dave Gainforth. The fastest truck you've ever seen for 15 seconds. Mitchell is on pit road. So now we got to watch Heinzman. Because Heinzman did go a lap down technically while these green flag pit stops were going on, but he also had a 7.3 second lead. I think it's going to be near impossible for anybody to catch him right now. Matthew Semple actually takes over the race lead right now. Heinzman is third, it's showing me, third. And he's got a 4.8 second gap over Truett. Truett back here in third. One of the hardest pit roads, ladies and gentlemen, to get on pit road. Getting off isn't all that bad, but getting on pit road, very, very difficult. So Semple's on pit road. That gives the race lead back to Heinzman. The gap to Truett is 5.3 seconds. Truett pit 3 laps earlier than Heinzman did. That's how he was able to gain a couple of seconds on Heinzman, but currently sitting in second, the 98 of Logan Truett. Eric's out in chat. He says the arc in the pit road is so hard to nail for him. So I think that's why a lot of guys, they'll try and play it safe. They'll start entering on the backstretch, you know. But yeah, because it's so deceiving. You're so used to coming almost off turn forward other tracks, but you see the start of it right there. I mean, it's just the way it is. I don't know how to describe it. You just have to do it to understand it. But I feel for the NASCAR drivers, man. I really do. It's got to be difficult. 12 drivers on the lead lap right now as they run. And Heinzman just gapping them once again. 6.3 seconds now over Logan Truett. So Logan and Mitchell, those guys want to see that yellow flag fly more than anybody if they want a chance at this. Because 6.5 seconds, 19 laps at Darlington, pretty much impossible. Everybody's really spaced out right now. Not a lot of battles going on either. That's kind of the hard thing, trying to search around and see if anybody's, you know, battling each other. But no, everybody's really spaced out. We got an 8.3 second gap from first to second. From second to third, we got a 3.6 gap. Scott Clemens Baker, actually, here we go. He's on the back bumper of the 55 Mitchell. Let's see what he does here. Battle for third. And Mitchell's trying to work his way around some lap traffic. He's there. Oh, Mitchell. Almost up into the outside wall, man. That was close. That was real close. On board with Mitchell. I want to see how close he gets to the wall here. 1 and 2 this time. There you go. That's good. That's a good shot. Wish we could have got it last time by, because he almost cranked the wall last time by. Ooh, problems for Clemens Baker. He's back, though. Maybe a little electrical issue in that truck. Starting to lose ground. So we go back about 1 second to fifth. That's Andrew Caldwell. He's trying to run these guys down. See Amanda Sherman back there getting out of the way. Gap from first to second is now 9 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. 9 seconds. Talk about putting on a tear here tonight. Mitchell did it at Coda. Heinzman's doing it at Darlington. Don't miss next week, ladies and gentlemen, because next week's going to be a wild race. It is North Wilkesboro. Going to be 30-some drivers at North Wilkesboro. That's going to be interesting. Could go one of two ways. Laps to go. Next time by, 10 more. And I'm telling you, I know Truett right now is in that truck going, can somebody just, I hate to say it, but can somebody just wreck? On board with Truett. Looking back at Mitchell. Mitchell is starting to catch him. Mitchell's running a little bit quicker than Heisman right now, actually. 30.21 for Mitchell, 30.25 for Heinzman, 30.80 for Logan Truitt. Mitchell is coming. He's got a good run on him right here. Let's watch this battle. Ooh, sure it got in the wall a little bit right there. Random flats and dead batteries. That would make it interesting. Mitchell made that pass look easy though, but 8 laps to go, 10-second gap, he ain't getting there. It's Cody Heinzman's race to lose right now, as he's just slowly and methodically working his way through some lap traffic. Like a 0.5% chance dead battery and like a 1% chance a flat tire could happen kind of thing. Seven laps to go. By going to be 6 for Cody Heinzman, gap 10.3 seconds to Greg Mitchell. Last time by, Mitchell was 0.2 faster than Heinzman. Heinzman can basically, honestly, he could just ride around. I mean, he could save tire, he could do whatever he needs to do. He could let Mitchell get 1 second away and then start picking it back up if he wanted to. Nine cars currently on the lead lap. Tom Richter is the last car on the lead lap right now in the number 34. This time by for Heinzman, 4 laps to go. I do want to point out that the battle of the colas, Philip Van Vliet runs 14th, Casey Tomlinson in 26th, so RC's going to beat out Pepsi on this one. Popsicle sticks this time. Through 3 and 4, Cody Heinzman's going to get the white flag. Again, his race to lose, but if we get the white, next flag's going to end it. So he's just praying to see that white flag right here. And there it is, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go for Cody Heinzman. Why aren't my white flags working? We love to see it. I swore we fixed that, but SDK being SDK doesn't matter. Out of turn number 4, Checkered flag in the air for Cody Heinzman. That one's not even working either. Put on an absolute tear tonight. Good job, Cody Heinzman. Oh, wow. Try to fix it, and that's what happens. Let Cody Heinzman do his burnout real quick while I get that out of the way. There we go. Good win out of Cody Heinzman. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, trying to fix that real quick. It's this program. You gotta love it. It's just ridiculous. Look, he even looks mad doing a burnout. How do you manage that one? See here. Scott Clemens Baker coming up in third. Keep Cody's camera up right now. Might catch him picking his nose or something. All right, let's go ahead and start interviews. Let's bring up the number 42 of Scott Clemens Baker coming home in third place tonight. Scott, you had a good battle there going on with Mitchell. You kind of had an up and down night. Long night for sure, though. How'd you manage to get that 42 up in the third spot?
Yeah, long night for sure. Anytime you're at Darlington, it's a long night. Trying to keep it off the wall. Just methodically working my way through the field. You know, we had a couple early cautions. I got lucky getting through that only with minor damage, which gave me a few spots, and then just holding my track position there through the stages.
Well, like I said, you kind of had a good battle going on there with Mitchell. You were a little bit quicker, but what kind of happened there? Did you kind of burn your stuff up a little too much, or pit stops kind of offset you? What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, coming out of the pits, I saw he came out like right in front of me. I was seeing if I couldn't just try to get around him right away and hold him off then, but yeah, just a little bit too aggressive, burning my stuff up, letting him get away from me. But it was a good, hard battle. Had a great time racing him. Everyone did a great job tonight. It seemed like Cody was the class of the field, but besides that, yeah, it was really fun.
Well, great job on your third place finish, Scott. Who you got to thank on the 42 for making it all happen?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you, Sam, for the broadcast. You guys do an excellent job on there. I love going back and watching them. Thanks to Tom for hosting the league and admitting, dealing with all of us. Corey, the sponsor tonight, thanks for sponsoring. My teammate Reed and my mom watching on the broadcast. Shout out to her. And then just want to say a quick shout out. Hope everyone down in the Southeast is doing okay with the hurricanes. Hoping everyone's doing okay and getting through it.
All right, man. Well, hey, congratulations on the third place finish, and hopefully we can talk to you next week.
Thanks, Ben.
Number 42, Scott Clemens Baker, Wildman 2.0, as we like to call him. Let's go ahead and bring up our second place finisher. That's Greg Mitchell, the number 55. And Greg, let's start off. You're involved in that first accident. You kind of walk me through what you saw out of your windshield on that one, but you fell back pretty far and had to really fight your way back up to the field. Kind of walk me through it.
Yeah, sorry to the three that I got into them. I know we got into the wall. I was hoping to stay off of them. Just couldn't get checked up in time, so kind of ruined his day, I think. So that sucked. But yeah, had to go to the back again. I feel like I do that every week, and just had to pick my way through the field, try to save a little tires along the way. Everyone did a really good job tonight, though. We had a few cautions, and they did good. This is a tough track, so.
Yeah, definitely a tough track. I think everybody left here tonight with a Darlington stripe. But what were you thinking there coming to the end of the race? I know you had to have been praying for a caution. I mean, Cody just 10 seconds out in front of you. I know you were actually a little bit quicker than him on that last run, but kind of walk me through what your mentality was there.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I would have had anything for him. I was good on long run, but somewhere I got 25 seconds worth of damage. So everyone was kind of blowing by me when tires were new, and then I kind of get them back when the tire wear got wore down a little bit. So if we got a late caution and had to pit, I don't think I could have hung with him. He was hard enough to hang with without any damage. So he had a good run tonight.
Well, you know, you put on the Terracotta. I think it's only fair if Cody gets you back because he was running second to you all night at Coda. So little role reversal there. But hey, Greg, great finish. You're obviously locked into the playoffs with your wins, and you got a good points night here tonight. So who you got to thank on the 55 for making it all happen?
Yeah, thank you to Tom and the admins for running an awesome league. Thanks to you for a great broadcast, and congrats to Cody on a good run. I think he won both stages, led about 5,000 laps tonight, so congrats to him.
All right, man. Well, hey, again, congratulations on second, and hopefully we'll talk to you next week.
All right, thanks, Sam.
Oh, it's Greg Mitchell coming home in second. We got to talk to the man with the plan. We could call him Mr. Sweeper. Call him Dirt Devil or something like that. Let's bring him up. That's Cody Heinzman, driver number 28. Now, Cody, before we start anything, I got to mention, love the paint scheme. Not a Dodge guy, but the paint scheme it's one of the best out there, in my opinion. Man, you put on a tear tonight. I mean, what was it? Did you do a little practicing or what? Because, I mean, 10-second lead, you were gone.
Yeah, well, Sam, thanks on the paint scheme. I'm glad. I guess I'll cover that real quick. My goal with it was I really like the paint scheme as a whole, but like if I could get a little bit of some chuckles and a little bit of some cringes for slapping all of this Dodge stuff on a Toyota, then I did my job. So had a lot of fun with it. But when it comes to the race tonight, it's the track. Darlington is by far and away my favorite track. I always have it circled. So I gotta come out here and do, you know, above the best that I can, really, when it's this track. If I ever don't do very good here, then it's a bad day. So I'm just glad I could go out there in Greg Mitchell the field.
That's what I was talking to Greg about. You got a little role reversal here. He kind of got you at Coda, and you kind of got him here. I mean, 10.5 seconds. That's really impressive. I know you had to have been just praying to see that white flag once you came out of turn 4, though.
Yeah, for sure. That was part of it as the run kind of died down. I was really surprised in stage 2 when everyone had to come down for fuel. I was surprised I didn't see, you know, the effects of people behind me taking tires and passing me for the stage win, or even, you know, the stretching it working better than it did, because I think I saw Semple trying to stretch it. But my goal there was, you know, I didn't want to play the fuel saving game. I felt like I was fast enough that I could go out, get a lead, just get a splash and go and call it good. And I'm glad that worked out, because I think that could have gone a lot differently. But yeah, that final stage, I mean, I had 2 sets of tires in the pits. I was ready to use them both. You know, if we had gotten a caution after, you know, maybe 10 laps on the tires, green flag cumulatively at any point, I was going to come down and take tires anyway. So they fell off really quick, and they fell off really hard as well. So I think that was definitely the name of the game. I think on the short runs, you kind of saw I'd get pressured from behind a little bit, but I was just doing my best to kind of keep the tires under me and run away.
Last thing I want to ask, you got to win. You're locked into the playoffs, but next week we go to a tough track, North Wilkesboro. How do you feel?
Well, it's not on my list of favorite tracks. You know, there are other short tracks that I like better. That being said, I've had success there in the past. We went there in the Xfinity cars in Cyber last season, and I won that race. So let's hope I can replicate that.
All right, man. Last thing, you got to thank on the 28.
Well, shout out to all the TNA guys. It's cool to go back to back here with Corey winning last week. That was awesome to see happen, and shame that everyone got involved in that wreck early on, but he was showing some good speed tonight as well. So shout out to all those guys. Shout out to my wife who's always watching, grandparents as well. I think I saw Chad Wilson out in the chat running with him in BPL. So looking forward to next week.
All right, man. Another win in the books. Hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks.
It's Cody Heinzman, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner. On camera, as always. Love to see him out there. But that's going to do it. I mean, just an absolute dominating performance out of Cody Heinzman. He Greg Mitchell the field, as he said. So, again, everybody, you know, I know Darlington, it's a great track. You know, a little bit of a boring finish, but, you know, that's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not a big deal. But next week, we head to North Wilkesboro. I want to see everybody who's in chat tonight. I want to see you there. And also, again, let's say a prayer or two for the hurricane victims. We know that other one's hitting Florida here soon. Eric Anderson out in chat. You and your family stay safe down there. And anybody else, please go donate to the Red Cross. $1 helps these people, okay? They need all the help they can get right now. We've all seen the news. We all know what's going on. I'm not going to get into it more than that. But $1 will go a long way for these people and just help them out and get them, you know, get them the help that they need. Results are on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, this has been a fun night. I love Darlington. Can't wait for North Wilkesboro next week. It's going to be a wild one. But we're going to go ahead and sign off for the night. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.
Travel, but for you, girl.